Hello everyone, this is Group 3, and now let's talk about the group assignment topic 1. Now let's see what are Malaysia's economic development key milestones. They have 8 milestones. First is pre-colonial economy. Second one is colonial era. Third one is post-independence. Fourth one is new economic policy. And fifth is Vision 2020 and the Mahathir era. And sixth is Asian financial crisis. Seventh is 21st century transformation. And the last one, which is eighth, is COVID-19 pandemic. And first, let's talk about the early economy, which is pre-colonial. This period focused on farming, fishing, and trade. Also, Malacca Sultanate became a major trading hub in the 15th century. The second is colonial era, from 1511 to 1957. This period colonized by the Portuguese, Dutch, and British. Also, economy shifted to rubber, palm oil, and tin mining, supported by migrant labor. And third period is post-independence, from 1957 to 1970. So this period diversified from agriculture to local industries. Also, it focused on building a self-reliant economy. And fourth one is industrial growth from 1971 to 1990. First one is new economic policy, reduced poverty and income gaps, and also it developed export-focused industries like electronics. And now let's continue. We have fifth, which is Vision 2020 from 1991 to 2003. This period focused on becoming a developed nation and also built key infrastructure like highways and Petronas towers. And it expanded manufacturing, banking, and tourism. Sixth is Asian financial crisis from 1997 to 1998. This period has economic slowdown and currency crisis. Also, quick recovery through government controls and policies. And seventh is modern economy from 2000s until now. So it shifted to technology, innovation, and Islamic finance. Also, it promoted the digital economy and sustainable development. And last one, which is COVID-19 challenges. So at this period, economy hit hard, especially tourism and trade. But it will get recovered, focused on resilience and sustainability.
Today, I'm going to discuss about Malaysia's recent economic development strategies. I list 6 of the strategies here. They are all recent years and they are in the sequence of the years, and I'll demonstrate them one by one. So the first one is regional economic correlator. Its objective is to promote regional economic development by attracting investment and boosting tourism, manufacturing, and so the key focus area is providing tax incentives to attract local and foreign investors, and also to improve infrastructure, including ports, airports, and industrial parks. The key measures to fulfill this plan is to promoting tourism to enhance regional cultural industries, and also encouraging the establishment of tech-driven business to create high-quality job opportunities. The second is about industry. The objective is to lead Malaysia as a leading manufacturing and service hub in the Asia-Pacific region through the adoption of industry technologies. The key focus area is enhancing the digitalization of the manufacturing sector, increasing the use of AI and big data. To achieve this, the key measures are providing technical support and financial incentives for business to adopt automation and digitalization. Also, collaborating with global tech companies is crucial. The third one is shared property vision. This is very important because this will change the citizen's life. The objective is to achieve inclusive economic growth, reduce income disparities, and improve the quality of lives for all Malaysians. The key focus area is increasing income levels for low and middle income groups, promoting the development of small and medium enterprises, and fostering innovation. The key measures are strengthening digital economy adoption and industry technologies. Also, it needs to invest in infrastructure. The fourth is economic recovery plan. The objective is that the economic recover from the COVID-19. The key focus area are assisting business in recovering and resuming operations through financial aid and tax incentives, providing job opportunity and skill training for those affected by the unemployment. The key measures are of offering MSE loan programs to help business weather the economic downturn. The fifth is the 12th Malaysian Plan. The objectives is to achieve high income nation status while promoting sustainable and inclusive development. The key focus area are celebrating digital transformation and enhancing digital infrastructure. The key measures are expanding 5G network coverage to support digital industries. The last one is Malaysian Digital Economic Blueprint. The objective is to transform Malaysia into a regional leader in the digital economic by the end of 2030. The key focus area is strengthening digital capability in both the public and private sector. The key measures is expanding digital infrastructure to improve internet speed and accessibility. Okay, that's all for the recent economic strategies.
Good day, everyone. I'm Andrew from Group 3, and now I'll be presenting our group assignment, topic 2. Our group topic is Malaysia's economic development, and I'll be analyzing both the successes and challenges Malaysia faced during their economic development journey and categorize them by decades. In the 1950s, Malaysia formally declared its independence from British colonial rule on August 31, 1957, which allows them to chart its economic policies without colonial constraints. The economy was primarily led by agriculture on the 1950s, with rubber and tin as the primary exports, providing Malaysia steady revenue. One of the main challenges Malaysia had in the 1950s was the insufficiency of infrastructure due to the country was mostly underdeveloped. In the 1960s, Malaysia successfully developed its infrastructure with the significant investment in basic infrastructure such as roads, schools, and healthcare facilities, which are essential. Malaysia also established their first economic plan called the First Malaysia Plan, which laid the groundwork for structured economic planning. However, due to the ethnic tensions culminated in communal riots in 1969, Malaysia's underlying economic inequities and social fragility was exposed. In the 1970s, Prime Minister Tun Abdul Razak Hussein introduced the new economic policy to address poverty and reduce ethnic income disparities, fostering rural development and education. The discovery of oil fields in the 70s significantly boosted the government revenue and funded development projects, but it also caused global economic pressures as it caused inflation and economic volatility. The establishment of free trade zone and incentives attracted foreign direct investment FDI, particularly in electronics, was one of the main successes in Malaysia economic development in the 1980s. Malaysia expansion into manufacturing, particularly semiconductors, reduced reliance on commodities to promote economic growth. The challenges Malaysia had was the economic recession since the 1985 till 1986, where a sharp decline in global commodity prices affected government revenue and GDP growth. Extensive borrowing for mega projects resulted in high public debt, creating fiscal stress. The Vision 2020 introduced by Prime Minister Mahathir Mohamad in the 1990s was to aim to transform Malaysia into a high-income nation by 2020. Malaysia also emerged as an Asian tiger cub with the high levels of industrialization and export-led growth positioned Malaysia as the regional economic leader. One of the challenges Malaysia had on the 1990s was the Asian financial crisis. Since 1997 till 1998, Malaysia's economy contracted sharply and the ringgit depreciated significantly. In the 2020s, one of the main successes Malaysia had on their economic development journey was the economic recovery and also the expansion of the services sector. The services industry, particularly tourism and finance, became significant contributors to Malaysia's GDP. Malaysia also emerged as a global leader in the halal economy. One of the main challenges Malaysia had on the 2000s was the skilled workers emigrated for better opportunities abroad, impacting local innovation. Malaysia also struggled to transition into a high-income economy. In the 2010s, Malaysia's successes in economic development starts by the Economic Transformation Program (ETP). It was aimed at boosting Malaysia's GDP through high-income initiatives and private sector participation. Malaysia also invests in many infrastructure mega projects such as the investment in mass rapid transit system and urban development projects modernize cities. During the 2010s, Malaysia experienced an expansion in e-commerce and fintech and technology startups, which is the start of the digital economy growth. Malaysia also faced many challenges such as political instability due to the corruption scandals, IMDb cases, which undermine governance and investor confidence. There was also a rise in competition from regional neighbors like Vietnam, who posed challenges to manufacturing competitiveness. During the 2020s, there was a global crisis where everyone was familiar with, which is the COVID-19 pandemic. But still, Malaysia shows strong pandemic recovery efforts by strong fiscal measures and vaccination drives, which mitigate the economic impact of COVID-19. Malaysia also began in focusing on sustainability, renewable energy, and ESG investments. Some of the challenges Malaysia faced during the 2020s was the post-pandemic challenges. The recovery from supply chain disruptions and job losses proved slow. There was also the rise in national debt during the pandemic strained public finances. These are the additional successes and challenges Malaysia faced during its economic development journey. Some of the few main successes Malaysia faced on their economic development journey was the political stability in early decades, development of Islamic finance, regional economic integration, urbanization and city planning, and also public-private partnerships. Some of the challenges Malaysia faced during its economic development growth was dependence on low-skilled labor, weak R&D and innovation ecosystem, aging population, dependency on export markets, and urban-rural divide.
As we said before, Malaysia has achieved remarkable success in political stability, urbanization, regional economy integration, and public-private partnerships, laying a strong foundation for future growth. However, challenges such as reliance on low-skilled labor, weak research and development capacity, aging population, and urban-rural disparities continuing to hinder its progress. Therefore, what matters most is clarifying the potential future trajectories to develop our economy further. First, to address the lack of research and development investment, Malaysia should increase funding for innovative initiatives and attract high-tech companies to build a strong innovation ecosystem. Public-private partnerships can play a crucial role by encouraging private sector investments in research and development. Secondly, building on its success in urbanization, Malaysia should prioritize sustainable urban planning and promote green infrastructure projects. Circular economy policies should be implemented to reduce over-reliance on natural resources, aligning with the goal of achieving carbon neutrality by 2050. Thirdly, expanding technical and vocational education and training programs is essential to reduce dependence on low-skilled labor and address skill mismatches. Digital technologies and online platforms can provide opportunities for workforce upskilling. Then, leveraging its active participation in agreements like ASEAN, CPTPP, and RCEP, Malaysia can further deepen trade ties diversify export markets. Reducing reliance on specific markets will help mitigate risks associated with global economy fluctuations. Last, increased investments in rural infrastructure, such as digital connectivity, can balance urban and rural development. Encouraging rural entrepreneurship through government support and digital platforms will further enhance inclusivity. Call to action. Government, businesses, and society must collaborate to achieve Malaysia's economic goals. Emphasis on global partnerships and technological advancements will have the way for sustainable and inclusive growth.